America. Let's get this money. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy. Happy hump day, you suckers.
Hump day.
You like that? You like what I did there? I was actually doing a DoorDash, right? I was doing a DoorDash, and I had to do this delivery. And that sculpture, if you go to, I want to say it was the Waldorf, but I may be mistaken. But it was one of these high-end motels, hotels, Holiday Inns on the Strip, and that was a sculpture between these two buildings. And I said, you know what? Let me get that. I made that a Facebook cover art, and I figured since I call you suckers, let me show you what a sucker is. Anyway, let me sidebar that real quick. When I first started saying that, right, I forgot the origin of it is, if you listen to radio back in the day, as far as Cool DJ Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, they used to have these things called drops. And the drops would be artists that would come in and say, hey, if I ain't on Malcolm X Boulevard dissing some sucker, I'm out here listening to DJ Red Alert. That kind of thing, right? But there was this group called, oh man, I wish I could remember the name, but they used to say that. They would always call people suckers, you know what I mean? And back in the day, you also didn't want to be a sucker MC. You know what I mean? Right now, the landscape is filled with sucker MCs. That's so crazy. It's celebrated to be a sucker MC now. But back in the day, you didn't want to be a sucker MC. And so I'm saying this to say, when I first came out with it, I came up with it from that. And I used to do that. And my mom did used to watch the show. I used to know she was watching the show. And she used to say, why are you calling people suckers? Like, nobody want to be called a sucker. See, to my mom and her generation, calling somebody a sucker or calling somebody a chump, she told me those was fighting words. People would get down. They would really get down. So I think she took offense to that. But in my years of doing it, you guys have embraced it as our thing. So I have people who will respond to me. Big shout to Irma, who would respond to me and would call me sucker. You know, she would tag me on stuff and she would say, you sucker. That means a lot. And that's why I'm not gonna stop. Because that's our thing. Okay. So happy hump day, you suckers. Still got my fundraiser going out there. Still sharing it. I'll have the link. If you're on YouTube, the link will be in the description. That's about it. Let's see. Okay. I think it's time to address some comments. All right, so this one was the show Monday about the Kardashians. Actually, it wasn't about the Kardashians, it was about the Stepford wives and how the Stepford wives of today. So, yeah, it seems like it's hard to be authentic nowadays because it doesn't sell. Like right now, capitalism is at an all-time high. And people do not understand. I don't think that there's a full understanding of what capitalism is. I think that it's more of a, people are practicing it, and it's just at a high level. So I say that to say that basically everything now is monetized. Everything is monetized. You know, when they used to have streaming services and all of that, the thing was, watch these shows without commercials. Watch this without commercials. Those same platforms now have commercials. The point of commercials and the point of anything that has to do with media is to get a message across to you. And they use TV shows, content. That's the publishing game. That's what media is about. That's what TV, radio, print is about. The game is, I'm trying to get your attention as a publisher of this magazine. And now that I have your attention, the type of people who tune in, these are the commercials for those people. Hear what I'm saying? You don't watch a soap opera and the NFL commercials start coming on. Maybe the Super Bowl, I don't know. You don't watch Love and Hip Hop. No. Let's just put it this way. When you're watching specific shows, each show is targeted to specific demographics, okay? Because that's a part of marketing, all right? That's how the marketing game goes. So I'm saying all that to say, people are falling into that. They're marketing themselves. They want to be celebrities. So if I look like this, but I want to look like Kevin Hart, and I'm going to be like Kevin Hart, then I'm going to be like him, and in some cases, continue to be that Kevin Hart knockoff, or then start to develop my own style because now I have your attention. And with that becomes the damage. Also, because of that, you don't feel as pretty, strong, rich, or anything because you're comparing yourself to what you're seeing on the social media and all these other platforms. So it becomes hard to be authentic. The people who understand this are authentic. I'm not doing anything other people are doing. I'm doing social media. I have a show, you know, but I'm not trying to be the next David Letterman or the next Conan O'Brien. Those are people I watch. Those are people I get content from, but I know I'm not them. But what they're doing, I can do my way. So, yeah, there's always one in one. Thank you for that comment. Next. I like that society normalized what wealthy people do. Yes, we're in an information age. We're in an information age. Back in the days, you had to go to the dictionary, the encyclopedia, or someone you thought knew the answer. In my case, and a lot of people that I know in my community's case, you go to those people who knew the answer, they would tell you, go get the dictionary, go get the encyclopedia. Now, everything is right here. Everything is right there. Anything you need to know is right there. And some people understand that and they do the research, and some people just are still not. They're still in the Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica, dictionary mind, and probably just as lazy as not doing that than they was back in the day. But with that new information, this is exactly what you're saying. Now we're looking at we're looking at royal families and these big families that, you know, are doing all kinds of things. There's more royal families that are popping up nowadays where there used to just be a few. You understand? Because of the internet, the information age, and all of that. So now with that being exposed, people that are not where they like to be in life are looking at people who are in where they need to be or want to be, and they're looking at how did they do it and trying to do the shortcuts. I also like that you said something about the upgraded version of themselves. Yes, that's what they're thinking, is they're upgrading themselves. But in actuality, they're trying to look like or be like or compare themselves to other people for that to even be a thought. You know what I mean? Because you don't grow up, or you're not raised, or you don't, as a kid, maybe now, but you didn't. You didn't grow up thinking you wanted to be like somebody else. You just were happy being you and having fun with your life, you know? It may be, actually it is different now. It is different now because you got these younger girls that are going for Botox and plastic surgery and things like that as birthday gifts, as sweet 16 gifts, quinceañera gifts, you know? So it is starting earlier. So it's unfortunate, man. I don't know about y'all, but as time goes on, things don't get better, they get worse. And worse in a convenient way. If you look at things and you see how things are, the more convenient things are, the less valuable it becomes. When you had to work hard or you had to walk to the store to get certain things versus calling up, putting something on the internet, things have gotten worse. Let's use that as an example. If you're not walking to the store getting your exercise and you're just calling in orders, you're basically just sitting in the house not getting exercise. And exercise seemed to be a bad word, but when we were young and we went to school, there was a reason that we had physical education. It was a break. It was to get your body moving. The more convenient things have become, the less you want to do things, so you get lazier. You understand what I mean? So anyway, I think I went on a tangent with that one. And I'm seeing that this show is actually longer than I typically make it. And I know that not all of you have the attention span that you like. So I'm going to end it there. This show is all about addressing comments. I'm going to make another show, and maybe I'll put it out tomorrow. Or maybe I'll put it out today. I don't know. Essentially, it was about the show, the show, The Legacy of Jay Dilla, one of my favorite music producers. Hulu has a special, and they're talking about him. And there was a lot to learn from that. And if I were to do it now, this probably would be a 20-minute show. So I think I'll make a different show about that one, a review of that show and what I got from it and the lessons you should get from it. So if you get a chance, go on, if you have Hulu, look up New York Times, The Legacy of Jay Dilla, and watch that show. Even if you do not like him and his music or that style of music, listen to the story and where they're taking the story, because that is an American, or that is a human race problem that he went through. Check it out. I'll make another show. Other than that, hey, happy hump day.
Hump day.
You suckers, stay tuned for the other show. Yeah. Late up.
An invariable rule of humanity is that man is his own worst enemy. Under me, this rule will change, for I will restrain man.
To help carry on our important work, I want you to join the Secret Squadron.